Hi guys, it's Elaine here, the Animal Reiki Lady, coming to you live from sunny Colorado, chilly but sunny Colorado, and we are going to be talking about a very important topic today, a topic that comes up time and again, and that is guilt when it comes to our pets, especially when our pets have passed. Boy, do we put ourselves on a guilt trip, so we're going to be talking about that today. Specifically, we are going to be talking about the guilt that arises when it's time for us to when we're feeling that pull to bring another animal into our life and to have a new pet come into our life. And are we replacing our animal companion? And what kind of feelings do we get from that? Are we betraying our animal who has crossed to the Rainbow Bridge? So we've got all kinds of stuff to cover with that. But while we're waiting for folks to join, you guys who are watching this either live or on the replay, you know that I love to go live and I love to say hi to everybody who joins me. So don't hesitate to put a comment in below. Don't hesitate to say hi because I reply to everybody. Okay, so we are, first of all, my name's Elaine. I'm the Animal Reiki Lady, just in case you happen to be catching me for the very first time. And I help people build really deep spiritual connections with animals, with pets, with wildlife, with captive animals, with all animals, even animals on the Rainbow Bridge. And that's the animals that we're focusing on today. When our animals have crossed the Rainbow Bridge and we are feeling this pull in our heart to bring a new pet into our lives, is that the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do? And hello who's ever joining me, but I'm gonna show you real quick. Look, the new shirts are in. World Animal Reiki Day is coming up February 5th, and I'm so excited for that. I'm gonna be in Florida leading an Animal Reiki for Reiki Masters class. So I'll be in Florida during that time when we celebrate World Animal Reiki Day on February 5th. But I digress. Okay, so let's talk about this guilt. Guilt, I've been doing this little series. You guys know that this past summer in August of 2020, my Lucy, I keep her memorial right here, my Lucy crossed to the Rainbow Bridge. She was 13 years old, a black lab, and her crossing, her transition was assisted. So she had lost all quality of life, and we made a decision together, her, I, and our veterinarian, made the decision that it was time to help her cross so that she did not have to live a life in pain, unable to control her bodily functions, unable to walk. And so we celebrated her crossing. It was a beautiful, beautiful transition. The interesting thing is, and I didn't feel guilt about it at all, her and I spent so much time in meditation together before she crossed that there was no guilt whatsoever. A week later, however, Winston, who I keep with me close to my heart at all times, Winston a week later crossed on his own. He was my rescue. He was a dog who just, for as far as I know, aliens dropped him at my front door. He just appeared one day, and despite all of our efforts, we were unable to find his family, and so he stayed with me, and he lived with me for 2.5 years before his health issues had him transition on his own terms. Not completely unexpected, but it took me off guard anyway because it was not planned, and he had just one day left. And for that, there was some guilt associated with that. So I understand guilt. I understand the guilt of, have I done everything I possibly can for my animal? The guilt of making the decision, like is my vet right? What if my vet isn't right? What if the decision we're making is wrong? What if she has a couple more years ahead of her? You guys, I'm telling you to release that guilt. I know that it's easier said than done. Release that guilt because animals don't carry guilt with them. When they cross to the other side, they become pure, positive love. And I tell you this with 100% conviction after working with so many animals who have transitioned to the other side, and also my own animals, and meditating with them and connecting with them and allowing my heart to open to the messages that they want to give me. And that's part of what this little series is, the top 100 things that our animals want us to know. I started out with a couple different things. Lucy brings to me all these ideas. I trust in her fully. I know that since she's crossed, there's so many things that she wants me to share. And I think I probably should have started with the number one thing being guilt and how to release guilt. But today's topic is about a very specific kind of guilt. What if my animal has just crossed, and what if I'm already feeling that pull to bring another animal companion into my life? I have so much love to give. And I feel this emptiness, and I want to fill it, and I know that there's an animal that wants me to share their life with them. I'm feeling guilty about it. It could be because it's so soon since my animal companion has passed. I'm feeling guilty about it because I just don't know if it's the right thing to do. Am I betraying my animal companion who has crossed to the other side? Okay, that's an easy one. That question is so easy for me to answer. Absolutely not. Betrayal doesn't exist on the other side. When our animals transition, and even when people too, but that's a whole different topic. When our animals transition to the Rainbow Bridge, number one, the Rainbow Bridge is a place that we have created in our own human minds because we can't wrap our minds around the fact that the energy of our animal has left this planet and had to go somewhere. And they don't ever really leave or go. And so we use the Rainbow Bridge just because our human minds are not capable of understanding that their energy now is everywhere. It becomes everything. They never really leave us just because they leave their body. They're still here. And when they go to this place of beauty and peace and pure positive love. There's no other way to describe it. And so you can let go of that guilt because they don't have it. The only person that's holding you guilty and holding you responsible for any feelings that you have is you. Your animal companion is not. And when they become pure positive love, they don't judge you if you are ready to bring another animal companion into your life. But here's what I would say about this. Trust your heart, number one. Go with your heart's feelings. Always trust. Your heart is a living, breathing thing that is real. The energy that surrounds your heart is the greatest energy. It's the greatest energy center of your whole being. I often talk about our energy centers, that we have, we have our third eye that helps us feel and see things that are beyond our normal five senses. But it is our heart that really guides us and tells us what we need to do. And we can trust our heart. So here's what we do. I would say, number one, don't make a decision based on guilt. Don't make a decision when you are in those lower feelings, those lower vibrations. So it's all about vibration, frequency, and love. And I know I talk about all that at different times. But when you are feeling guilt, it's like your vibration is down here. When you're feeling guilt, shame, remorse, wondering about betrayal, all those kinds of things are lower emotions. And your animal companion is up here. That the one who's crossed to the Rainbow Bridge, they're not just here. I mean, their energy is sky high. And you can tap into that love to help you make the decision. When you're falling asleep at night, I always say that sleep is the magic spot. Sleep is that magic space where you can connect with your animal companion. As you're falling to sleep, just ask them for a little bit of guidance. Ask them to fill your heart with love, to fill your heart with knowing, to let you know that it's okay. And when you have released the guilt, that's the time that you can make a better decision about whether or not to bring another animal companion into your life. And I always believe that you're going to know it. It's not going to be something that you question. When an animal comes along that speaks to you, that you feel, that you understand that connection, that you look into their eyes and say, okay, we're meant to be together, that's when you make the decision and you bring them into your home full of love and compassion and calm and peace and knowing that it's the right thing to do. So my number one suggestion is don't make a decision about that. If you're going to bring another animal into your life, don't make that decision when you are still filled with sadness and grief and guilt. It takes a little time. Give yourself that time. Give yourself that room. Let yourself relax. And if you need to spend a few days, if you need to spend a few weeks, not giving in, what's the word I'm looking for? Accepting, leaning into, opening yourself to the grief, allowing yourself to feel the sadness, giving yourself permission to know that you have experienced a loss. Do it. Lean into it. Acknowledge it. We have those feelings for a reason. But every single day, try to do one little thing that helps to raise your vibration and helps to release and ease the feelings of pain and loss and grief and guilt. And little by little, as you come out of that, you'll begin to replace those feelings with, and sometimes it's just little baby steps. You can only go as far as you can in any given day, but you'll begin to feel a little bit of relief and then you'll begin to feel a little bit of calm, and you'll begin to feel a little bit of acceptance, and your heart will begin to open again. And especially if you make the effort, even if it's at sleep, making the effort to try and have a connection with your animal on the other side, they'll begin to fill you with such a sense of peace and calm and love. And eventually, little by little, baby step, one step at a time, your heart will be open again and able to accept another animal into your life. And you'll be able to give them the full life that they deserve and the full love that they deserve. And I guess that's one more thing. One more thing is you want to make sure that you are able to give and able to understand and acknowledge the needs of the animal that you're about to bring into your life. They deserve all of your full love and attention. And even if that means giving yourself a few weeks or a little bit of time before you make that decision to bring someone else into your life. Okay, so if you have questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Put a question below. I respond to comments. I respond to any questions that you may have. You can also reach out to me. You can send me messages. You can head to my website. You can head to my Facebook page. You can head to my Instagram. I try to be everywhere because everybody has got different needs and they're all on different platforms. So with that, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. I'm sending you all the love in the world from myself, from Winston, from Lucy, from Jack, who's still with me on this planet, and always sleeps during these videos most of the time. We're sending you all the love in the world and the universe. Take care. Have an amazing, beautiful day. Bye.